Steelers Nation, let's talk about something brewing in Latrobe that could completely change how we think about the Pittsburgh Steelers offense in 2025. I'm talking about Darnell Washington, the 6'7" mountain of a man, the third-year tight end who came into the league as more of a sixth offensive lineman than a polished receiving threat. When Pittsburgh drafted him in the third round back in 2023, the vision was clear. This guy was going to move bodies, dominate as a blocker, and be a mismatch nightmare in the red zone if his pass catching ever caught up. Well, folks, that if might just be turning into a win, and that win might be right now. Let's be real. Last season, Washington wasn't lighting up the stat sheet. He battled through injuries, didn't have the burst we saw at Georgia, and for long stretches looked like a role player who might never fully break through. Steelers insider Mark Kaboly even admitted he thought Washington might be a one-contract guy, a player who would be respected for his blocking but never develop into a top-tier weapon. That's not the tone now. Kaboly has flipped the script, calling Washington different this year, healthier, faster, more confident, and more dangerous in the passing game. He even went so far as to say that if there was a training camp MVP award right now, Washington might be his pick. Think about that. This isn't coming from a rookie camp invitee who's fighting for a roster spot. This is a guy already entrenched in the offense, already considered one of the best blockers at his position in the league, now pairing that with noticeable growth as a route runner and red zone target. When you're 6'7" with that kind of wingspan, improved footwork, and newfound burst out of your breaks, you become a quarterback's best friend inside the 20. And now the Steelers have Aaron Rodgers, one of the best red zone quarterbacks in NFL history, ready to take advantage of that. Washington's improvement has been obvious in drills. In the Friday Night Lights practice, he didn't just hold his own against TJ Watt, he dominated. That's no small feat. Watt is a Defensive Player of the Year, a guy who eats tight ends alive when they try to block him one-on-one. Washington's performance there sent a clear message. This is not the same banged-up player from 2024. This is someone who's taken the offseason seriously, gotten healthy, and refined his craft. And here's where it gets even more interesting. Pittsburgh's tight end room in 2025 might be the deepest in football. You've got Pat Freiermuth, Jonnu Smith, Darnell Washington, Connor Hayward, and undrafted rookie J.J. Galbraith, all of whom have made plays in camp. Offensive coordinator Arthur Smith has historically loved using tight ends, often running heavy sets that keep defenses guessing between the run and pass. Last season in Atlanta, he used multiple tight end looks on over 30% of snaps. Now he's got arguably the most talented group he's ever coached. This is the kind of personnel situation that offensive coordinators dream about. Washington's blocking is already elite, but now he's showing he can be a legitimate receiving threat, something that could open up the offense in ways Steelers fans haven't seen in years. Imagine lining him up in a jumbo set with Freiermuth and Smith, then motioning Washington into the slot or even split wide against a smaller defensive back. That's a mismatch all day. And in goal line situations, good luck defending a 6'7" target with a massive catch radius who can box out defenders like a power forward. Statistically, Washington's first two seasons don't jump off the page. 35 targets, 26 catches, 200 yards, and a single touchdown. But those numbers could explode in 2025. With Rodgers under center, the ball is going to be spread around more efficiently, and defenses won't be able to key in on any one pass catcher. DK Metcalf will command safety help, Freiermuth will demand attention in the seam, and that's going to leave Washington in a lot of one-on-one situations he can win. And this plays right into the Steelers' red zone philosophy. Last year, Pittsburgh ranked in the bottom half of the league in red zone touchdown percentage. That's not going to cut it for a team with championship aspirations. Washington's emergence could be a direct solution to that problem. Rodgers has made a career out of trusting big-bodied targets to make plays in tight spaces. Think Jimmy Graham in Green Bay or Allen Lazard on contested catches. Washington could fill that role here with even more blocking ability to disguise plays. And it's also worth noting that Arthur Smith has no excuses now. He's got Rodgers, he's got DK Metcalf, he's got Najee Harris and Jaylen Warren in the backfield, and he's got a tight end room that could bully most defenses in the league. If Smith can't make this offense hum, the criticism will be loud and immediate. But if he leans into what he has, especially Washington's new versatility, the Steelers could be in for one of their most dynamic offensive seasons in years. From a roster-building standpoint, Washington's rise also adds stability for the future. Jonnu Smith is on a shorter-term deal, and while Freiermuth is a foundational piece, having Washington step up ensures the Steelers have multiple starting-caliber options for years to come. That's the kind of depth that keeps you competitive deep into January. Steelers Nation, here's the bottom line. Darnell Washington isn't just healthy, he's evolving. He's gone from a niche role player to someone who could be a real problem for defenses, especially in the red zone. If this trajectory continues, we might look back at 2025 as the year he went from extra lineman to game changer. Now I want to hear from you. Do you think Washington will have that breakout season we've been waiting for? Could he finish top 3 on the team in touchdown catches? And how should Arthur Smith use him in this loaded tight end group? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button if you believe in Washington's rise, and don't forget to subscribe to Steelers Nation Wire so you never miss an update. This could be the year the Steelers offense finally matches the defense, and Washington might be one of the biggest reasons why.